What's up guys, Element back with another video, and today we are doing something that we have never done on the channel before. We are going to be sweeping the entire red zone with the new 8th anniversary LRs. First we're going to be using the LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Vegeta, and we're going to be sweeping the entirety of the movie Red Zone, no items. So we're basically for this, we're just using their leader skill. That's the only way we're not going to use them on like Vegeta and Trunks team, AGL Super Saiyan, so, you know, whatever other team they could be ran on. We're not using them on that. We're just using them a double lead for them, and we're going to go ahead and no item every stage. So I did this like kind of just sporadically, just whenever I had the time, and I will definitely say it was a interesting. Some of the stages were harder than others. Some of them were not really too bad. And I definitely had a lot of fun though. They're really fun to record, so I look forward to doing the rest of them. Hopefully I am able to get this done. With the limits taken off, it makes me feel more at ease. Although I will say this actually almost, I think one of the stages actually took like 4 attempts, but besides that they all took 3. So I would have been able to do this within the restrictions anyway. But you know, it does make you feel a lot better when you know that there isn't any. So yeah, we're here starting off with Turles. You know, the first stage, pretty easy, although you guys will see it later here, I actually do end up getting caught here, even though this is like the one of the easiest of the red zone stages. It is what it is. It can happen, I guess, but you know, still an easy one to no item nonetheless. That's pretty much all I'm gonna say. I'm probably just gonna be, you know, talking for the beginning of these runs, and then I'll just let it play on. You guys can just watch, but that's Turles. We're gonna go ahead and just let you guys watch that, and then we'll move on when we come back to the Slug. Here we have got Lord's Slug. First we start with his minions. Yep, that's right. So Lord Slug, from what I remember, I think it was kind of similar. It went similar to Turles. Like they are very similar fights. The way they're designed. Kind of got the minions, and then you do like 2 phases of the actual main movie boss. But you know, it's still easy. You don't really see this difficulty spike, honestly, until you get to Bojack. I guess Cooler can be a little tough. He could catch you, I guess, for sure, if you have the wrong unit there. But I mean, a lot has happened since they've come out, so Lord Slug is just really not the hardest. Yeah, we kind of were able to one-shot the enemies really quick here in the beginning of the phase, or the beginning of the fight in general. I mean, this team just puts out a lot of damage. It is what it is. Yeah, I mean, we're just casually one-shotting these characters. It makes it very fast. These first couple stages do go by a little bit quick. Did we just normal him to death? Like, that's crazy. But yeah, Lord Slug, pretty simple fights, kind of similar to Turles. Not much else to say here. Alright, so here we've got Cooler. So like I said, I was saying before, this is a fight where it can get a little bit more tough. It's not really crazy. Like, it's definitely not on the level of the like Bojack and Janemba that we will see later on, but that last phase can hit you quite hard. It definitely can. I forgot who it was in this video, but somebody took a lot of damage here, and I was kind of surprised at how much they took. I can't remember who though. Who would have it been? Probably one of the 7-year LRs, I guess. I can't see the other LRs taking that much damage. I just can't, because it's on normals. So it's probably one of the 7-year LRs. I definitely will say, actually, the 7-year LRs in this run, besides, I think, like the last 2 fights, I would say they were definitely performing like the worst on the team. Probably. I mean, AGL Gogeta was definitely performing better, but he does a good job at like floating. You know, that's what he does. But yeah, the 7-year LRs, like, if you can't get them in their key, they can't stack as much. You can't pamper them as much. It's a little bit hard to make them look crazy. They don't have a 200% on this team, so keep that in mind as well. If we were running the GT side, at least then we could have what, like the Super Saiyan 4s. I believe they would have the 200% there, but it's all right. It is what it is. Brought Kaioken for this one because the last phase is STR, but I'm not sure if we actually ended up needing him. But that's cooler. so now we have got the Android 13 fight. So Android 13 is a little bit different because I think is he the first one that does a mechanic like this? So he cancels dodging, right? He is similar to the Turles and Slug fights in the sense that he is doing his minions and then 2 phases of him, but they for some reason made him double AGL, meaning I remember back then the gods would just destroy this stage, meaning this stage was just never really that difficult. This team doesn't have like some of the characters I would like to have, like what's his face, Tekka Goku, but even without him, it's still pretty easy to destroy the AGL phases of this. I mean, Tekka Goku's a GOAT in this red zone in general, but it's alright. We didn't need him. It is what it is. Android 13, yeah, he's just kind of, in my opinion, he's a pushover. Like, I don't know. I don't know if anyone else has found this boss hard, but he's pretty easy in my opinion. Alright, so, okay, we're on the infamous Bojack. Now, this one was annoying. This is by far the worst time I think I had with any of the stages. I'm not sure what it was. We're seeing it a little bit here. RNG was not on our side. Like, I'm just looking here. The key on the field, yeah, was terrible a lot of the time for this fight. I know we were able to get to the last phase on multiple runs. This is the one stage I was talking about that took 4 attempts. I think one of my retries was just based off of rotations though. So, I don't know. Maybe if I hadn't done that, maybe I would have still won that run. I don't know. But I wasn't feeling it. I was getting frustrated with this one because 2 things. So, Bojack, we already know Bojack's annoying for his locking and sealing. That is annoying for sure in the last phase. It actually did mess me up on my first attempt on this. I got through most of this event pretty easily, and then I got to the last phase and that cucked me, and we couldn't do anything, so we just lost. But one of the underrated things I think that was really annoying was the fact that Bojack can dodge. Enemies that can dodge, and especially at like a decent rate. I don't know, maybe I was just getting unlucky. I don't know what his chance to dodge is, but I feel like it's higher than some of some like other bosses. Like, I know like the God event dodged, but some of the gods had a relatively low chance to dodge. I feel like he was kind of high. Him and Omega, you know, they kind of dodge like that. I feel like Bojack was dodging more though, in my opinion. That on multiple occasions actually did really screw things up. Like, there's attacks that was like gonna kill him. I remember, yeah, one run specifically, I was about to kill his, I think it was the Int phase, with the Z Saga LRs, and he dodged, and then he super attacked the gods right after, and they died. Like, just like one shot completely. So, it happened. So, look at the key on this turn. Couldn't even super attack. We're super low. I don't even know. How do we win this fight? Oh, yeah. I think we get the VEGETA transformation off, the Int VEGETA and full heal. We could have, let's go pop the standby there, but we weren't going to die, so I don't think there was any point to. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this fight was just filled with annoyance and unluckiness. Made it really just annoying to fight. It was not a pleasant fight, but you know what? We got through it. I'm glad. I'm surprised this one was actually more annoying than Broly, to be honest. But yeah, definitely not a fun fight. Alright, so we got Janemba here. So Janemba, you know, I'm actually trying... It's always been like this for Janemba. Janemba has never been that type of fight that was like really memorable for me. I remember when I first did it, like originally, not like in this set of runs, but originally when I first beat it, I think I killed him before he even won in his rage form. And ever since then, I just never really thought too highly of Janemba. But this one was a little bit different. I think there was a world where we might have been able to kill him in his int phase. If maybe we got like super lucky with super attacks and crits and stuff with the Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Vegeta, but for the most part, it didn't really play out like that in this run. We were actually able to get the rage. He didn't have a ton of health left, if I remember correctly, but we did get to it, and I think this run actually did take luck to win. I mean, it's an RNG game, it makes sense, but I think we lived because, like, if he supered, I think we would have died in that scenario we were in. I don't know who took a lot of damage before. I can't even think who. I guess it would be what the gods on the next rotation or something. Someone must have took a lot of damage, and that ruined things. Maybe it's them. Oh yeah, it looks like it might be them. Is this the reason? It might be, yeah, the Super Saiyan 4s. Okay, interesting. But I got low, and yeah, that Janemba hits hard. We were able to tank his normals fine though. It's just if he super, we were gonna die. You'll see. the last boy, Broly. You already know. Going into this, was super nervous as to what was going to happen. Could not really tell you how this fight was going to go originally, but, you know, had to give it a shot for the content. And thankfully, I did. I could have easily given up. So, I think this was my third attempt for Broly. I was actually doing this, the fun fact, yeah, this one was at school. I'd done 2 attempts, I believe, the night before. Had lost. I said, alright. I got up and I was at school actually doing this run. So that's why actually on the second phase, there's going to be a cut, because I actually had to, what's it called, stop recording for a second to, you know, do school stuff. And then after I was able to play again, and I just restarted the recording from where I was at. I didn't change anything. But yeah, just disclaimer, I guess, if you guys see that cut. But yeah, this one took 3 attempts. I think both of the attempts that I did lose, I lost on the second phase because of, usually it was just mid, like, there was like, I remember there was one thing where I had AGL Gogeta floating around, you know, just doing his thing, because this is one of the fights he can't dodge in, but I brought him because he still outputs a lot of damage, and if he doesn't get caught, and like he can super in his blue form, maybe double super, his defense is good enough to tank. Like, he can tank the normals. But he was in his base form, I believe, and he just got supered. Like, there's nothing I could do. He was gonna get one shot anyway. It just happened. That's just how it was. I don't remember how I died the first time though. I'm not really sure, but probably from like the gods or something. A similar situation. The gods took a super attack, because if they're not transformed, they're gonna take a lot of damage, especially off of 200% without dupes. Like they can take a lot. So that's probably what happened here. This fight, by far from all the fights, was the longest. I mean, it's designed to be. It's one of the longer Red Zone fights, if not the longest. No. The Shadow Dragons is definitely longer. Typically, at least. I feel like that one took a little bit longer when I remember doing it. But Broly is a pretty long fight. But he was tough. That AoE phase can be tough. We were able to get some luck come our way, you know. Like I said, RNG game, you're gonna need some luck. I believe on the AoE phase, we get lucky with some of his super attacks, and we're able to not have to, you know, obviously we don't have items, so we can't double weeze, so we were able to get away from that. So you'll see. I think the Z-Saga LRs performed great throughout this video. And you'll see it later in this run, like how good they can do against that AGL Broly phase. Like, honestly, they were really impressive. So is the GTLR, great too. So I don't know, if you guys did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.